A prison break in Cape Town goes wrong, and victims of Titanic to be remembered a century later. Good afternoon, I'm Tracy Baumgard. One person has been shot and killed and another wounded when 5 inmates allegedly tried to escape from the Lansdowne police station in the Cape Peninsula. The Independent Police Investigative Directorate says 3 of the assailants have been rearrested. Spokesperson Moses Dlamini says investigators are still at the scene.
An inmate overpowered a policeman and took the keys to the cells. He then allegedly freed 4 other inmates. Police shot and killed this 22-year-old suspect, and then another one was shot, but he managed to escape.
A 64-year-old woman has been stabbed to death by a 16-year-old assailant during an attempted house robbery on a farm outside George in the Southern Cape. Police spokesperson Malcolm Porgy says Charlotte Froneman's 67-year-old husband Neil was also stabbed when he tried to intervene. He says the husband shot the suspect twice.
Our husband, Mr. Froneman, with his intervention, a fight ensued where after he was stabbed several times, he retaliated by shooting at the suspect. He, however, had to be rushed to hospital where he's currently being treated. The suspect, meantime, tried to flee the scene, and he was found later by police members on the scene. He was arrested and is currently under police guard, receiving medical treatment at the Provincial Hospital in George.
President Jacob Zuma has paid a courtesy call on Limpopo Premier Castle Matali at his home in Tzaneen, where he is recuperating after he was involved in a car accident a week ago. Matali was in good spirits and told the president that he was recovering with remarkable speed and would soon return to his full duties. Zuma will attend the main Easter sermon at the Zion Christian Church's St. Engenis Church at Moriah outside Polokwane. Suspended ANC Youth League President Julius Malema has arrived at the church to attend the same sermon. Thousands of worshippers have converged on 2 ZCC churches for their annual Easter pilgrimage. Western Cape traffic authorities say at least 30 people have been arrested for drunk driving on the province's roads this weekend. Earlier, Transport Minister Sibusiso Ndebele instructed traffic officials to adopt zero tolerance for motorists who were caught driving under the influence of alcohol and speeding. Western Cape Traffic Chief Kenny Africa says they've held various roadblocks on major routes.
We tested 1,634 of those drivers for alcohol, of which the highest reading was 1.21 milligrams per litre, and that was in Knysna. We also had 6 other arrests for being in the possession of dagga in the Oudtshoorn area, and another 4 was arrested for being in possession of dagga in Vredenburg.
Further afield in Nigeria, there is still no official death toll following 2 car bomb attacks in the northern city of Kaduna. The Red Cross in Nigeria says 6 people have been killed and several others wounded in the attacks. Nigerian authorities had earlier put the death toll at 18. Some reports are putting the figure at 20. The BBC's Mark Lobel reports.
2 massive car bombs ripped through a normally busy business district. One of the car's engines was found 50 meters from the blast, and ceilings were destroyed in houses hundreds of meters away. No one has admitted responsibility for the attack, though it's suspected Boko Haram may be behind it. Recently, the militant Islamists had issued flyers warning residents in Kaduna to expect an attack, and the Nigerian military had predicted an Easter offensive by the group using similar vehicles to the ones used in this deadly incident.
And finally, a cruise ship is due to leave the British port of Southampton later today to follow the exact course of the maiden voyage of the Titanic, which sank after hitting an iceberg. Relatives of those who died in the disaster are among the passengers on board. The ship is due to reach the site of the wreck next Sunday, where a memorial service will be held 100 years after the disaster. The founder of the British Titanic Society, Bob Pryor, says he hopes those visiting the wreck will treat the area with respect.
It is a grave. If you were to look round the wreck, you would find hundreds of pairs of shoes, all neatly tied up, all still laced up around the ship. So the last resting place of her passengers, but it should be treated with the reverence that it deserves.